Yo, 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 Big Cash back up in here. I had to hit y'all up with an update. Pooh Shiesty had a bond hearing today, and what they did was trying to figure out is he a flight risk or not? Whether or not is he violent? And this would be the perfect opportunity that these people, what they would do is they go listen to them lyrics. They gonna see what type of character they dealing with, you know what I'm saying? But he had his bond hearing today and he was denied. So when they trying to figure out if they gonna give Pooh Shiesty a bond or not, they looking at the paperwork like, he was already on probation, so he ain't had no business in Texas anyway. What you doing out here? You ain't got no business out here. You supposed to be in Memphis, boy. And I guess he tried to pull that same old thing that he did with his PO when he was in the back seat with Ben Adon. Remember he was reacting, he was on the phone with his PO. He's like, oh, I'm at the house. Bruh, you can't pull that off with these people. Not everybody care if you're a rapper or not. Y'all know some of these rappers probably getting good probation officers that probably like them, probably listen to their music or something like that, and they get away with certain stuff, you know what I'm saying? But not on this one. Good old country folks, y'all know who I'm talking about. They ain't going for none of that. So yeah, that's one. You had your ankle monitor on. They hitting you up like, what you doing out there? You ain't got nothing to say about that. And they trying to see if you're really violent and you're endangerment to your environment, which, listening to your lyrics and your behavior, how you the #1 slimer and you would do this to people. Them people, they see all of that, bro. So that's out right there. But as they trying to get something to stick on Pooh Shiesty, they don't have no videotape. They ain't got nobody cooperating. So there's really not much that they working with right now till they gather up everything they've been gathering up from a couple months ago. But we gonna go ahead and get some commentary from the internet. Then I'm gonna hit y'all back with some more.
We are outside federal court here in downtown Dallas for an update on the case that involves the rapper known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Jr. After about a 1-hour probable cause hearing in federal court in downtown Dallas, he has been ordered held. The judge deciding that yes, there is probable cause that he was involved in the crimes that have been alleged by the FBI. His defense attorneys argued the FBI does not have the guns they mentioned. They do not have the jewelry that they mentioned that was allegedly stolen. They do not have the contract that they say that he was forcing the other rapper known as Gucci Mane to sign to get Pooh Shiesty, the other rapper, out of his contract. But the judge said the evidence is heavy that he was involved in this, that he does have a lengthy criminal history, including gun violations before. So at this point, Lontrell Williams Jr. is being ordered held in federal custody pending his next court date. We'll have other updates throughout the day.
We had a bond hearing today and a PC hearing today. I think that the relevant things that were said today that I thought were fascinating were that it took 3 months to build a case. And I think the reason for that was because the statements that were given on the evening that this occurred were very questionable. I think the way that the statements were made, what allegedly was witnessed and what wasn't witnessed, I think gave great pause to the FBI. The FBI doesn't take 3 months to arrest someone if they believe everything that was said on the night that it occurred. They were involved the first night, and then nothing happened for 3 months. In addition to that I thought was quite embarrassing was that an FBI agent says they don't have the resources to keep their eye on an individual. This is allegedly an individual that committed a crime that they then didn't watch to see if the guns were present, if the jewelry was present. And what didn't we hear today? What we didn't hear today is there is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence. What they have is they have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being a very well-known individual that is allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client and many more. I'm going to take like 1 or 2 questions and then we're going to scoot.
You're essentially arguing that not only a he said kind of case, no evidence.
Correct. Yeah, it's very fair. I think that this is it's a he said type of a case. I mean, obviously there's 5 individuals on one side. What we're missing are the other people that were present in the room, right? The owner of the studio who says he didn't hear anything or see anything. The way they leave the studio where no one is in concert with anybody else, no one's arguing with anyone else. One of the individuals says, "Hey, can I get my watches back?" Like, the story is quite unusual. And I think that the FBI knew that. I think the investigators knew that it was unusual, and I think that's why it took so long to make the arrest.
What is your response to the judge saying that your client still violated the terms of his ankle monitor location?
Sure. Those are all things that are going to be, flushed out. The fact is that he was allowed to be in certain areas at certain times. That really wasn't an argument for today. I wasn't really even going to make that argument. My main thrust of today was to really push on the evidence and see exactly what they had and when they had. How about this? How about the individual who wrote the complaint, who actually drafted the complaint, who was sitting in the courtroom, who's only been an FBI agent for 4 years, does not take the stand. They put someone else on to say what she wrote in her own complaint when she's sitting in the courtroom. And that's done quite often in gamesmanship because they don't want to put a rookie on the stand and be measured by our legal team.
How far away is this from trial?
Oh, who knows? We're going to get discovery. We'll take a look at their discovery. They're going to say it's ongoing. I mean, think about it. They had 3 months to get this stuff. They had 3 months to get warrants. They didn't get warrants that night. They didn't get warrants the next night. They didn't get warrants the next month. They didn't get warrants the month after. They waited 3 months to get warrants on whether or not there's guns, whether or not there's jewelry. How about their cell phones? How about the computers? That gives me great pause when I see a case that takes that long to get warrants, if you believe everything that was said on the evening that it occurs.
Does it have a path out of jail?
So my understanding is the FBI has, over the past 3 or 4 months, has interviewed none of the alleged victims, and allegedly they all have future dates to give statements. But I have no idea if that's true. We're basing it on what the agent said on the stand, that each one of those witnesses from that evening is going to appear and give a statement to the federal authorities.
So RD never made a statement as of now?
Not to the FBI, but that evening it appears from the material that they produced and from the agent's testimony is that RD gave a statement that evening, but since that evening has not given another statement. But the FBI said in the future they're all scheduled to give statements, so we'll have to see.
Well, there you have it. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think they need to do with Pooh Shiesty. Do he need some time off to get his thoughts together? Because listen, I remember Charleston White said this. He said, look, sometimes jail be good for a ninja because if they out, they've been put they self in so much danger to the point that they lose their life. So that it be saving people sometimes. That's hard to say, and I know it's hard for y'all to hear. But being locked down for some time, you get your thoughts together, get your mind right, and then you grow up a little bit, and maturity starts to kick in. You know what I mean? Some people be needing that, bro. No lie. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all get in the comment section. Make sure y'all hype this video. Let me know what y'all think, man. Big Cash signing out. Go on, y'all.
That Pooh Shiesty bond is denied. Y'all seen Big 30 get a bond and think like, oh, bro, they finna get out. And y'all seen the post where it said, oh, no evidence. You shouldn't wish jail up, but they're not getting out of jail, bro. They're not getting out. Even if Gucci redact all his statements and redact it and he don't say nothing and act like, bro, I ain't cooperating in this and that, it don't matter. They don't need Gucci Mane, bro. Even if Gucci wanna be like, bro, I don't even wanna use that statement no more, they will still use the statement, bro. You gotta think about this, right? Pooh Shiesty sat down in jail for 6 years. Got out of jail. Was at a halfway house. Stuck at a halfway house. You get out the halfway house, you get back on the streets for 2 to 3 months, and then you rob your CEO. There was nobody around you. You could have asked ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, Gucci Mane, I'm about to rob Gucci Mane. Should I do this shit? And they would have gave you a list of reasons why you shouldn't have did that shit. Like, well, this is technically, I understand how you feel, but technically this is what would happen. You're on ankle monitor, so you would violate your parole and blah 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 blah. Better use this AI, man. Pooh Shiesty needed ChatGPT. To be honest, ChatGPT is clutching up a lot for a lot of us right now. That shit is our personal business, personal, you know what I'm saying, assistant, or Claude or whatever you use, or AI, Open AI, whatever, right? Yeah, Pooh Shiesty isn't getting out, bro. And he's not finna do no little 5 years neither. They finna cook him, bro. Pooh Shiesty.